Okay, good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about hortatory text. Before we go on, we have to take a look at the SK first, or the standard competency. Here in standard competency, we have memahami makna teks fungsional pendek dan esei sederhana naratif, spoof dan hortatory exposition dalam konteks kehidupan sehari-hari dan untuk mengakses ilmu pengetahuan. Now we move to the KD, or the competency dasar. Here, merespon makna dan langkah retorika dalam esei yang menggunakan ragam bahasa tulis secara akurat, lancar dan berterima dalam konteks kehidupan sehari-hari dan untuk mengakses ilmu pengetahuan dalam bentuk hortatory exposition. Now, take a look at the indicator. In the indicator, siswa dapat mengidentifikasi teks berbentuk hortatory exposition. Siswa dapat mengidentifikasi tujuan komunikatif teks berbentuk hortatory exposition. Siswa dapat mengidentifikasi generic structure dari teks hortatory exposition. Okay, now we move to the material. The material. A hortatory exposition is a type of spoken or written text that is intended to explain the listeners or readers that something should or should not happen or be done. To strengthen the explanation, the speaker or writer needs some arguments as the fundamental reasons on the given idea. In other words, this kind of text can be called as argumentation. Hortatory exposition text can be found in scientific books, journals, magazines, newspaper articles, academic speech or lectures, research report, etc. Hortatory exposition are popular among science, academic community, and educated people. And then the purpose of the hortatory text is to persuade the readers or listeners that something should or should not be the case. The text organization or generic structure of hortatory exposition text is, the first one is thesis. It is a statement or announcement of issue concern. And then the second one is arguments, that is the reasons for concern that will lead to recommendation. The third one is recommendation, that is statement of what should or should not happen or be done based on the given arguments. The language features we use here is the use of emotive words, for example, worried, alarmed, etc. And then the use of words that qualify statements such as usual, probably, etc. The third one is the use of words that link arguments, for example, firstly, however, therefore, etc. The next one is the use of compound and complex sentence, and then the use of modals and adverbs, the use of may, must, should, etc. And then the last one is the use of subjective opinions using pronouns I and we. Now take a look at the example here. The title is Watch Your Kids While Watching TV. Here we have the thesis. The thesis here is television becomes one of the most important devices which takes place in almost houses. It can unite all members of the family as well as separate them. However, is it important to know what your kids are watching? The answer is, of course, absolutely yes. And that should be done by all parents. Television can expose things you have tried to protect the children from, especially violence, pornography, consumerism, and so on. Now, paragraph 2, we have the argument. First argument. Recently, a study demonstrated that spending too much time on watching TV during the day or at bedtime often causes bedtime disruption, stress, and short sleep duration. And then paragraph 3, That is argument 2. Another research found that there is a significant relationship between the amount of time spent for watching television during adolescence and early adulthood and the possibility of being aggressive. And then we move to paragraph 4 or argument 3. Meanwhile, many studies have identified a relationship between kids who watch TV a lot and being inactive and overweight. Now, the last one is the recommendation. Considering some facts mentioned above, protect your children with the following tips. Review your rating of TV shows which your children watch. Watch television with your children and discuss what is happening in the show. Limit television viewing to 1 hour each day. And do not allow your children to have a TV set in their own bedroom. Yes, that is the example of hortatory exposition text. Okay, and this is from the Latvian. You may read this text and answer the question at the next page. To improve comfort and cleanliness at the school, there should be an increasing number of dustbins. When we look at classrooms, school corridors, and schoolyard, there are papers, mineral water cups, straws, and napkins everywhere. The condition of unseemliness really hinders learning and teaching environment. They can be filled out with water coming from the rain. This can be placed for mosquitoes to spread out. Anyway, I noticed that most of the students have responsibilities from their school environment. They put their litter in the proper place, but some of them are not diligent enough to find the dustbins. The numbers of the dustbins in school are not enough. More dustbins should be put beside each step, outside of the classrooms and some along the corridors. Probably one dustbin should be in every 10 meters. So when students want to throw away their litters, they can find the dustbins easily. When school is equipped with sufficient dustbins, students do not have problem of discomfort anymore. So provide more dustbins and school will be more clean and become a very nice place to study. Okay, what is the type of the text? Yes, it is hortatory. Okay. So what is the purpose of the text? Okay. To persuade the school to provide dustbin. Yes. Okay. And then what is the general structure of the text? Is it A? Is it B? Is it C? Is it D? It is. Yes, it is D. Well, students, this is the end of learning hortatory text today, and hopefully we can see you very soon. See you. Bye-bye.